Hello. Hello, welcome to the Chart Reporter stream. We are here back again to do some live trades. Oh, look at that. Just as we come online, my monitor that I put back there to have a chart behind me, a live chart just for some background, is decided to turn off. That's live television for you. I'm not going to get up and turn it back on again. Who cares? You're not going to see it anyway. It's just going to be in the background of the main show where we are trying to continue on from where we started off yesterday with my May competition Alpha Capital account. So Alpha Capital, they've got a competition going on, 100K account. I have to get it to 8%, so I've got to get it to 108,000. And as you can see here, our current loss is 13.22. You know where else you can see that? Chart Reporter. Here we can see in my Chart Reporter dashboard, we've sunk the 5 trades we've done so far, and we've only won 1 out of 5. We are down net $1,300. Now, when I left you here last night, we went for a bit of a crazy trade on silver. That did not go my way. If you were here with me, you might recall that we were looking at this box, and I thought there was a chance that it was. Look, we had some higher highs, higher lows that had bounced off the previous day low, and I thought we might be reverting to try and test the previous day high again. And technically, I was meant to wait for it to break out of this box, but it was late. I was finishing the stream, and I was tired, so I decided to enter early with my take profit up here at the line and a stop loss set there. Minutes after I finished the stream, I pulled out to the hourly view, and you can see in that same candle, bang, it dropped down, and we lost that one. It did not exit the box to the north at all. That was a bad trade. So that was a big one too, because I put a trailing stop on that one. You can see my tags here, trailing stop, no TP. I was hoping that would just trail and soar. Silver chose violence. So we lost 1,300. That was the big loss from yesterday's trading activity. I also had an AUD one. That didn't go well for me either. That, again, we've got our boxes. So we ended this one. This, we had a buy on it. And again, it had to escape this box. Now, I had a big target on it of the previous day high again, but I knew this was the next supply zone up here. But it did, from when I entered it here, I can see the little blue arrow, it did come and play around in this box for a few hours, but it could not escape this box. And then went down to retest the previous day low and took out my stop loss. So that one wasn't a good one. But GBPUSD, now again, this was meant to hit a take profit of about $1,000, but I exited early at 359 because it was reversing. So this was the entry. It was below the previous day low, the pink line there, and I thought it was going to continue down, and it did a little bit. It did for a while, and you can see, look, it did come right down. Now, I think this is an alpha aberration because my take profit was in here, and the green candle did go through it, but whether this was just again, prop firm aberration, slippage, it didn't clear my take profit on that big green candle when it should have. And then it went back to regular trading and never came back down here. And then indeed started reversing. And I think it's sort of back up here now. The old AUD, we'll have a look at that in a second one. But the GBPUSD reversed. I've actually got another EA trading on another account, which is pretty reliable. And it put in a buy trade around here. And I saw it starting to go north. And that's when I decided to trust the other EA and exit out of that trade and at least take something off the table. So that's the catch up from yesterday's trades across GBP, AUD, and AUDUSD, and GU, AU, and silver. Let's jump into some live charts and have a look at where they are today, now that I've given you the chart reporter forensic examination. And here is that GBPUSD that I mentioned. You can see there it is. It's continued to go up higher. Like I said, it's sort of sitting just above there. So that would have wiped out my previous stop loss level. So that was a good exit for me to make in that instance. The AUDUSD, let's look at where that one is right now. And look, that one definitely went south and continued to go much further south. And now it's actually about where it was when we were trading yesterday. But that was definitely a loser. And silver, where is silver? There we go. So there's that silver. We'll zoom in on yesterday's candle situation. How do I make them bigger? There we go. There we go. So we can see on the M5, it just bang, 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 went out and continued to go down, not up. And again, it's now retracing back up to about where we left off yesterday, but clearly did not hit my targets. So we're here for a new day to see whether we can. Now the challenge is increased from making 8,000 to making 9.5 because we have to recoup yesterday's loss of $1,300. So what will that look like? Will that look like bigger trades? Will that look like safer trades? It was shooting from the hip a lot last night, I will admit. But that's because I'm only on stream for about an hour and I'm not sitting here all day looking for trades and the best entries. I am trying to be entertaining and informative and strike where the market is, not where I wish it to be. So let's look at EURUSD. Let's pull this one out. Let's look at the H1. Let's look at the macro. That's something I haven't been doing enough, is looking at the macro. And this one has been ranging pretty much between the previous day high and low, the pink and green, for days. For days and days and days since it came down here. Bounced, it didn't even reclaim, came down, it tried to break out, couldn't, bounced back up, tried to break out, couldn't, and now we are sitting here. If history is going to repeat, it's probably going to go up a little before it goes down. So if we look at the M1, what's the price action happening right now? Now looks like a good time, actually, for an entry. If we look at the M1 there, it could come further down. This is probably maybe not a good time for an entry. This is a good time for a sell entry, perhaps, with the stop loss just above there. I don't have my sizing calculator ready. All right, if I wanted to do a quick short and I only wanted to risk, $250 on that one, about 0.25% of the account, that's going to be 3.5 lots. And if it reclaims all the way down to here, I'm only going to make 250. So it's about a 1-to-1 RRR. Not great. I don't. Are we doing scalping? Is this M1 scalping? If we're doing M1 scalping, then we're going to do that. All right, let's do that. It's not real money. Sell. And you can see as we sell, Chart Reporter has captured that EURUSD sale there in the corner immediately. And it has come through, as it always will, when I execute a manual one-click trade in MetaTrader with an RR of 0.00. But the beauty of the tool that we're using here with Chart Reporter is we can now say, well, that's where we've got our stop loss and our take profit. Let's drag the actual stop loss and actual take profit. We come a little bit shorter than that, actually, inside the last range. And now, as you saw, as I drag those lines on, this is instantly updated to RRR 1.35. So it's better than 1 for 1, but it's not the greatest thing ever. I should probably tag this as well, right? We are calling this M1 scalping. So come into my strategies. This is M1 scalping, ranging near previous day low. Oops. Put that in my notes. Let's put this as ranging so we can start tracking when we're trying to do ranging, scalping, and arguably this still fits into the quickie tag as well because I didn't really overthink it that much. All right. Brilliant. That's how you journal. Oh my goodness. Have you ever had trouble trade journaling before? I just did it right then in real time. And as you saw at the start of the show, if you were with me, they captured a screenshot of exactly what was happening as we took that trade. So amazing stuff here in Chart Reporter land. So easy to journal. Let's let that scalp continue to scalp off. Let's see what else is happening. GBPUSD's just middling around. Since I exited, it's night ranging night. We're just going to try and do ranging scalps within those boxes, such as I was drawing last night. Look at that. You can do boxes. We could draw a channel. The channel's okay, but I think if I was going to try and do one of these ranging kind of boxes, I would rather draw an actual box and really visualize it a little bit better. Now we're in the middle of the box territory, so I actually don't really want to enter this that far from the edge of a box. So we'll leave GBPUSD. We'll come back to that later. Sorting my symbols by spread. I'm just going for small spread. We can look at the daily change to see what's really been volatile today. So US oil. Gee, why would oil be volatile at the moment? It's dropped from the previous day high. There's too much macroeconomic stuff going on with oil at the moment. It's not purely price action. A lot of retail trading can be price action driven. I don't trust oil. USD Swiss franc has some very tight stops. It's kind of ranging. Canadian dollar Swiss franc also just kind of ranging. It's been ranging for a long time. This is actually a good quick scalp. Let's draw the box, and I'm going to cut the tails off because the tails are where it's tried to break away. Zoom in with some M1. Yeah, so you can see that was kind of a breakout. It's generally sitting on this bottom of the box where I've drawn it. Same on the top. It's generally been in that range lately. So this is right near the bottom of the box. I kind of like this one. I'm going to put in a short buy on this one. So let's add my trade projector tool to help me with my calculations. And let's bring my take profit just inside the box. Let's bring my stop loss, give it a little bit of room below where it dropped out there. Oh, I got a weird extra line on there. That's just a random line. That's not part of my chart at all. All right, that was tricky because this line is part of my tool. Okay, let's bring it a little bit of room there. A little bit of room there. Again, we're just going to risk 0.25% of the account. So 3.89, 1.13 RRR. Yeah, let's just round it up to 4. Now I've got to use the One Touch tool here on Alpha because Alpha don't allow EAs. That's fine. That's their choice. That's their prop firm. They can run the rules that they like. I can manually trade. This tool on other firms or other brokers will let me place the trade directly after doing the calculation. But Alpha do not. That reminds me. That means I've got to drag my stop loss and take profit separately. They're on there now. And there's my CAD franc. We're going to call this M1 scalping, ranging, quickie. What other tags should I put on this one? That's enough. I think that's really the main two tags. What did I put on EURUSD? Scalping. Yes. Like we are putting it under the overall scalping strategy. So maybe I'm overlogging here and ranging in box for over 24 hours. Buying the box bounce. Oh no, journaling so hard. No, it's not. I love journaling now with Chart Reporter. It is so simple and easy to do that and track what's going on with your results. So good. What's happening with our GBPUSD? I mean, our EURUSD, it's bounced early. Come on. Don't do that. Don't do that. Go down. Go down. All right. We'll leave that for a little bit. GBP is still just there in the middle of its box. And we shall see what the franc, the CAD franc, wishes to do. New Zealand USD running with very small spread. What is happening in New Zealand dollar USD land? It looks like it's broken out. It's retested. It's broken away. I think this is a buy. Like that's very clearly a break and retest of the previous day low. And it's broken away again. Pretty common for this sort of matchy solid candle. If you get all of a sudden a big candle, you get a reversing big candle. Very common. This looks like a good place to buy. And let's work out my lot sizing. Not Chart Reporter, Trade Projector. Already got Chart Reporter running on a different tab. Okay, we have here. Let's see if this can go to the previous day high. Let's do a big one. And we put this one, yep, about there. That's right. 0.25, 2 lots. 2 lots for this one. So 2 lots buy. And we'll put that there. And we'll put that there. All right, there's a lot happening on this chart. Let's just clear it. Clear all of the different signs. Where's my purchase? I can clear the purchase. Put my default one back on. There we go. Okay. There's my purchase. There's my stop loss. And there is... Is this the same one I just put a trade on? What is happening with MetaTrader? I thought I was right bouncing. Hang on. What is going on here? This is well past where I thought it was. I thought it was still bouncing right down here. What was I looking at? Oh, but still I think it's a reasonable trade. I think there's some legs on that. Let's log our New Zealand dollar USD one that surprised me that I even did it. Let's go a PDH or bounce, because I'm saying it's bouncing off the previous day low. I'm just going to put that on this one. I'm going to say broke and retested PDL and rejected. No, that's why I did this one. Even though for some reason I'm gonna have to look back at the stream afterward. That's wild, because I said, look, it's come down, it bounced, it retested, and now it's breaking away. That's more candles than I remember seeing when I entered it. It's fine. It'll be fine. Everything's in the red at the moment. I'm losing all the trades. It's gonna be fine. It's still, the night is young. The night is young. If you are joining me and you've got any suggestions, feel free to throw them on the chat. All right, let's keep looking where the spreads are. The spreads are small. But look at that. Of course, it's bouncing out the bottom of the box now. Come on. You can do it. Go north. New York opens not for another hour, I don't think. So we're in that weird zone before New York opens. Lunchtime in England? Almost. Yes. Yes. Maybe this is not a good time to be trading, as the London markets all go for their lunch break. Anyway, this is the time that we are trading. There's never a good time to trade. There's just time to trade. Or there's never a bad time. Is there a good time to trade and a bad time to trade? What do you think? I am looking. I know you can't see the symbol names on the left there. It's a bit of a punish, just trying to fit everything on the screen and make it all big enough and readable, that you've lost the symbol names. And I can't rearrange those columns to help you. You just have to wait and trust me when I tell you what they are. So EURUSD's in there. GBPUSD, we're not on a trade because it's just in this weird middle zone where I don't know if it's going to go up or down. CAD franc is there. NZDUSD is there. AUD, NZD. What is happening on that one? What's happening with the Kiwis versus the Australians? Really? That makes sense. The Aussie dollar is getting stronger because our interest rates went up. Weird to see this sell-off just before the Reserve Bank announcement. Everyone knew that it was going to go up. That's crazy. Is that the same on AUDUSD? No, AUD, yeah, well, there's a bit of a sell-off, and now it's fully reclaimed. I think it's going to continue to go back up. Look at that. We've got those matching candles I was talking about. You get a big one up, get a big one down. Now we're getting some doji. Now this again, this broke away, came up, it retested, rejected, but then it came down, it retested. Look here, see it. It hit the line, broke away, rejected, retested, rejected, came through, came back up to retest. The retest, it went back into reverting, came and tested again. 1, 2, 3, and now it's going up. So I think this is a buy. This is a buy on AUD, in my humble opinion. Let's get the lot sizing right. And I don't think we've got to go all the way below that. I think this level here is probably good. And again, we're just doing 0.25% at a time because I don't want to wipe the whole account out, and we are trading quickly. Again, 1.8 RR of 3 on this. That's nice. I'm pretty confident on this one. Let's go 0.5%. Let's live dangerously. Calculate that. So we want 3.5 lots. Let's do that. 3.5 buy. And there's AUDUSD Pro jumping into the list. Let's put our take profit and our stop loss lines in so I can get an RRR. 2.94, 3.12, yep, slippage. That accounts for that. And let's journal. Again, this is another PDH bounce. Multiple rejections, multiple tests and rejections of PDL and AU interest rate rise. Goes in there, not in tags. Let's PDL. You can see what I'm doing there in the top corner? Just, maybe a little. Just working out how to type. That's my biggest challenge, typing. Multiple tests and rejections of PDL and AU interest rate rise. So we're going to put, I've got to save it. Multiple tests and rejections of PDL and AU interest rate. Interest rise. There we go. That'll do. And we're going to call this macro because I'm using some macro knowledge around the interest rates, which I don't always do. And reversion because it's been coming down and now it's reverting. Technically, everything's a reversion, right? It's probably an irrelevant tag. PDH or bounce covers it. We'll leave it there for now anyway. We'll show you how tags are used for tracking later, once a few of these things close. At the moment, when all of the trades are open, I've got more trades than fit in the corner there now. 4 open trades. Let's just review our trades for a sec. Now, one of the things to note is you will see there is no active P&L number on any of these trades. These live trades, which are highlighted in blue, no active P&L number on those active trades. Once the trades close, then green or red, win or lose, we show the P&L number there on the highlighted entry, highlighted green or red, based on if it won or lost. That is because this is not a tool for trade management. This is a tool for trade journaling and reporting, not trade management. MetaTrader is the tool for trade management. So we don't want to give you any of that live profit figures here because we don't want you thinking you should be managing your trades and your drawdown and any of that from Chart Reporter. You do that from MetaTrader. So let's have a look. Have a look what's happening with our trades. We have AUDUSD is happening. NZDUSD is happening. Just, hanging around where we entered. Hanging around our entry. Look at the M1. Where is my... Does your MT5 do this? Where it just decides to turn off the arrows sometimes? You gotta turn them off and on again. There we go. We entered there and it went straight low, but it is just ranging. It's just going sideways. No real problem there. We'll probably see a bit of a stop hunt soon where it might spike down a little. And then building some stuff. We'll see a bit of a tail down. It shouldn't go anywhere near that low, I would hope. And then we should see a bounce. And hopefully get that rise on NZD. Similarly on the AUDUSD one, if we come into M1, it's just kind of going sideways a bit. Not a bad entry as far as the bottom of the curve. That's pretty good. Same with our Canadian and Swiss franc. We entered near the bottom of the box here. It had been bouncing on the bottom of the box for a little while. So I thought it might be heading north. It's decided to keep going sideways for a bit longer. Thank you. Thank you for the stress. I appreciate you. Canadian Swiss franc. Euro USD. We put in the sell on. And again, it too has just decided to go sideways. So I had some momentum and then we decided to sell and then it decided to go sideways. So thank you very much, EURUSD. We also appreciate your work. The good news about it is going sideways is it means when it sweeps this liquidity, which it's building here in this little box range here, it's unlikely to go all the way to my stop loss and try and grab any stop losses up here. It's looking for people like me that have sold here but put in really tight stops just above this box. I haven't. I've gone to the previous high and put in my stop up there. So hopefully I don't get swept unless there's some crazy mega candle action. But that is my suspicion here. This is just building liquidity and building a trap above this box. Same with GBPUSD, right? This is a box within a box. I can see there's like a secondary box building here, which is going to cause, it's going to trap someone. I don't know which way it's going to go. Could go north, could go south. That's why we're not investing any trading in the GBPUSD right now. Whereas this is, again, sideways is good. Stop loss is a little at risk. It could have a big sweeping candle there. I could pull the stop further, but I'm trying not to put too much on the line. So that's my logic of where we're at on all the trades and why I think none of them are really in danger. I think this is probably the Canadian Swiss franc one. Feels a little dicey to me just because I could get swept. The others, they're just a little unsure of themselves. All right, let's do something without a tiny spread. Everyone loves to look at gold. Let's have a look at gold. Gold's bounced off the previous day low and it's back up in the middle here, doing not much of anything. And this is a danger zone, right? Because now we are in this zone with gold where it hung out yesterday. Like there's still liquidity on both sides of this, primarily up there. They could really send this down again. But it's gold. Gold could decide it's just going to go on a rally and go up. I remember being amazed when I was first trading about a year ago and I was like, gold's hit 3,000. Whoa! If only I just kept that. If I just had never sold and held gold from 3,000 through to 4.5, 5, wherever it's been. Man, that's not the life of the day trader. That's the life of the investor. And yes, we didn't do that. All right, we're not going to touch gold. And silver, similar. Very similar story with silver. So we're not going to touch metals. Like I said, there's too much macro stuff going on here. Then we've got our exotics like US Singapore dollar. What is happening there? That's just resting up on the previous day high. It looks like it has bounced and rejected. And now everything is just ranging in a box. And it's ranging too tight to even try and do like the tiny nickel and dime scalping of any consequence. I don't really want to be scalping $5 and $10 trades, which is kind of what you'd be doing if you're trying to, what are you doing? Yes, it's swept. Look at that. EURUSD. It's sweeping. Oh, this could be good. Look at that big tail. It's come and swept those stops just as I was talking about. Sweeping the stops. It's closing back. It's basically a doji candle. It's a pinwheel. Will it do any more sweeping, or will it now head down? It's picked up some liquidity. Ooh. Ooh. What are you doing? Come on. Come on, candles. Go down. No. No, up. You're going in the wrong direction. No. No. Don't. Don't do it. Sell. 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 Now, what's happening on AUDUSD? It's in profit. Is it breaking away finally? Yes, it's building. The London bankers are back from lunch, maybe. Or we've got the early New Yorkians waking up and jumping on their terminals. Yeah, okay, we've had a few sweeps. Sweep down now. So it's breaking out of that box, but is it breaking or is it just a stop sweeping? And it looks like a breakout, but it's not really a breakout. It's going to have to come back and retest the box. And hopefully it's just going to plummet. That's what we want. See these big green candles on the left here? We want some red versions of those. It's possible. It could happen. Come on. AUD is really moving. That's good. That is what we want to see. It's finally decided to move up. It's got a long way to go to hit my target up here. But we will watch it. What did I call this? PDH or bounce. Yeah, I didn't call this scalping. Good, because scalp would mean take it now. We're not doing that. Which one did I call scalping? Nope, not the NZD. I called EURUSD a scalp, and I called CAD franc a scalp. The two that are doing the worst. No, no, no. See, I should have just scalp. I always get grit. Ooh. Scalp's a tricky word. If I'm saying scalping, I should scalp. I always go, oh, I could scalp, but what if I just stretch for it? Scalping would have been coming and closing out here at the bottom of this box. Like I sold there, bang. Scalping is not waiting for it to come down to the next level. In a ranging box like that, scalping I should have sold down here. Oh no, don't go more. I thought I'd be safe. I thought this was far enough away from up here that it wouldn't come up and try and sweep stops from up here. I might have been wrong. Come on. Come on. Stop it. Oh. That's an interesting shape. It's retesting this line here. That is clearly a line on the US Singapore dollar one. Oh my, look at that support line, clear as day. Bang, 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 bang. All in the M1, of course. I don't know where your US Singapore dollar is on the macro. So it's kind of sitting up there on the hourly chart, and it could be going down. Looks like it is trending down a little bit. But I missed that entry. I should have entered up here. Oh, EURUSD busted on me. Oh, come on. Why? That's unfortunate. Most unfortunate. but just the way that cookie has crumbled. You watch, it is going to revert now. It's going to smash down here. Or maybe it's not. AUDUSD, that is proving to do more like it was meant to do. If we can clear this peak, we are looking pretty. The New Zealand USD one, similarly, it's on the up and up. That's good. And my CAD franc, it hasn't really been in profit once yet. I haven't missed a scalping opportunity. There hasn't been a scalping opportunity. And I also am targeting in the box. Like this should be a decent scalp. It's just not playing nice. So we continue to wait and wonder on that one. I'm very disappointed with EURUSD. Can't believe it did me like that. Don't revenge trade. Just walk away for a little while. Come back to it later. See where it is relative to the box. Come back later. Okay. What aren't we trading in these tight spread boxes or big daily differences? There's not much big daily differences outside of oil and the UK 100 index. That's interesting. Oh my goodness. The UK 100 index has really dropped. Is that predicted? No. But now that it's here, it's probably going to come down and retest this level. So we could maybe put a sell on down to there. I think that would be really viable. I mean, it might come up and retest the previous day low again. That is also possible. But I feel like it's kind of done that already. Broke, retested, and then rejected off. So I'm going to put a sell on this. And the stop loss can be above that last break. And the take profit can be, yeah, pretty much. Now let's go a bit higher. Let's not risk it all the way down. Let's go like through this meaty bit here where we can see there's been lots of action in the past. 0.25, calc that. 10 lots. That's pretty much 1 for 1. That's not great. Not great energy. But let's do it. It's a stream. It's fake money. None of it matters. It's all learning. We're all learning together here. All right. So let's put our take profit there. And our stop loss at about there. And this is scalping. Definitely. And it's a quickie. And we put in break and retest off PDL. Break succeeded. Break success. Okay. AUDUSD. Looking good. It's made it past that peak. That's a good sign. Same with the NZDUSD. Does that mean USD is in trouble? Yeah, look, GBPUSD is going up and up and up. Finally. Oh, wow. Yeah, GBPUSD is really moving now. It was one that was stuck in the middle that we didn't trade. And now look at it go. Just like EURUSD. Smash me. Ah, something's happened. People are not happy with the US dollar. All right, let's do that then. Let's do some of that. Let's buy. Let's sell some US dollars. Let's do that. Let's do that. Okay, 1 point. That's a bit high. Doesn't really matter. It's a risk, that percentage. Let's buy 1.5. Buy. And drag my lines up there. All right, that's good. Let's give that a red hot go on the GBPUSD. EURUSD can get stuffed. I'm mad at it after what it did to me there. New Zealand AU still happening. The CAD franc is completely isolated from what's happening with US stuff. Oh, broke out the bottom of my box. We gave it enough room to breathe. It looks like it didn't quite clear out. Come on. You want to go north. Go north. Go north, young son. All right. How are we going here? Lots of different trades going on, it will look like, with what's happening here in the stream. There's a dark mode as well, by the way. We can have a dark mode on our journal. If you're into such things, I'm getting old and I don't like the dark mode as much. Makes my eyes hurt. Makes my old eyes hurt. I forgot to start the session timer again. Oh, come on. Let's start the session timer. I've lost my browser tabs. Start session. All right. That's now got, you can see on this view, if I come into sessions, we have, is it going to work? Come on, technology. Swap the screens. Show the nice people out there the browser. My app is not showing, swapping the screens around. What if I come back to camera only? Will this snap it into gear? I just hide the screens away for a sec and transition to just me. Oh my goodness, the whole tool's locked up. There we go. You can see now it's finally done it. Session control, it's just really laggy. I need to win some trades so I can buy better hardware. There we go. We've got the session control timer going, and I can retroactively change the times on that. So when the stream finishes, I can put in when I actually started trading, which according to my stream timer was 49 minutes ago. Now, I've been streaming for nearly an hour. That's wild. All right, let's get back to trading. Let's look at these trades. Now, that last one that I just entered, did I journal it? That is the question. I do not think that I did. The GBPUSD. That is the one, right? Don't click into it. I just want to put a strategy on it. What is the strategy on the GBPUSD? I've got the best journaling tool in the world at my disposal, but because I'm running 5 simultaneous trades, I'm still forgetting what I'm doing. And because I'm trying to demo a product at the same time. It's all very fancy. This is not a scalping. What is this? This is just box breakout. I don't have one for that. Create a new one. We're going to create a new strategy called ranging box breakout. What color should ranging box breakout be? We will make it pink, just for fun. Okay. Now we can tag this as ranging box breakout. I should probably tag all of these ones as streaming as well. Anything I do on a stream, because I might trade on this account off the stream, and I wonder what my performance is like on the stream versus off the stream. Let's do that. Let's call this one streaming. Let's go and retroactively tag all my old trades with streaming. Last night's trades, not that AUDJPY, that was just a little test trade. That was an offline one. There we go, streaming. Everything is streaming. I'm going to wrap it up soon. About an hour is a good length for a stream, I think. It's getting late here for me, closing in towards midnight, and I need sleep. Okay, we have gone and let's just refresh. That might be quicker than closing all those chevrons manually. All right, everything is labeled as streaming. I will show you why that matters later. But in the meantime, look at these blue numbers in MetaTrader. That's fantastic. That's making me much, much happier. AUDUSD doing pretty well. NZDUSD not doing so badly. Even GBPUSD is in profit at the moment. That's good. UK 100 Pro. That was a bit of a random trade, wasn't it? I'm going to call that one. Yeah, it's a quickie, and it's random because I never trade UK 100. I don't know anything about it. I've never traded it before, but there we go. If we want to trade indexes, what is the NAS 100 doing? Let's bring that up. Ooh, it's broken out of its previous day range for the first time today. That might mean something on NAS. And it's come back and it's trying to retest. We had to start breaking away and retesting. Oh, this could be a new lift for NAS, which we can see kind of has been trending up for a while. I mean, a lot. It's been trending up a lot. That's wild. Look at that. That's on the H1. On the D1, yeah. So it peaked, came down, and now it's just rocketing again. I think we could buy this breakout. I mean, it might revert again a little bit. It's hard to say. Oh, look, here we go on the M1. We can see coming up, coming down. Let's see if it comes and retests this line properly. I probably don't have enough time to really monitor that. We might be wrapping up tonight's stream with all these open trades. We've got a feature in development at the moment, make it easy to share stat cards and grab images straight out of the app to share on socials. So you can see the results from a given trade or session. and easily share the stats. I mean, you can just take a screenshot, but I want to make it nice and easy for traders to share their wins. Humble brag, as it were. Okay, let's just keep the windows open that we're trading on. We'll keep the HK50 open, not because I'm trading on it, but because that is the one hosting Chart Reporter and making sure that all this data is coming into our app. It's a great thing. I can run Chart Reporter on any chart. It doesn't need to be anything I'm actually trading on, but it will sit there and send all the trade data from any of these charts, including all of the screenshots, like that one, with my box drawings complete, up as evidence. What happened? So we're not trading on EURUSD. We can close that one. We are trading GBPUSD. We are trading the Swiss franc. Still good. It's come back up. I don't know why I keep saying franc. Should be saying franc. Swiss franc, mate. Feels more Australian. So we'll keep that one. NZDUSD. We are trading on AUDUSD. We are trading on USD Singapore dollar. We feel, do we have a flutter? How are we feeling about Singapore dollar? It's come up. It's around the top. It has rejected off the top. It's clearly rejected off the top. And it's coming down. Lower highs, higher lows. Higher lows, lower highs. But it's come up and now it's just ranging. I wouldn't say it's confidently going to fall all the way back down. It gapped. It went back up. This is just a ranging sideways-ish kind of market. There's no real evidence of doing anything here other than being sus. We will close that. Here's my random UK 100. And how big are these pips? 3,400 points. That's a lot of points. Let's just watch this for a minute and see if it's going to come down and touch the previous day high, whether it's going to bounce early. We might do one last bedtime trade on the NASDAQ. Our overall performance tonight hasn't exactly been super stellar. We've had one trade close for minus $192 so far. Everything else is open. Everything else could be all right, but we don't know yet. Lot of question marks over the current open trades. And now, why did I get rid of all the ones I'm not trading on except NAS? Because I was going to do like, well, that's completely unhelpful. That's also not super helpful. Tile. Yeah, that's still not really doing a lot to show you anything, is it? They're all a bit small at this resolution. Even if I went around and got rid of all of my trade projectors that I use for my lot sizing, still hard to see at that size on this resolution because I've got it tightened up so much. So that was a terrible idea. Terrible idea. Let's just go to maximizing them again. Where's that NAS? Look at that. I've got blues across most things. The franc is still a question mark. And GBPUSD. is still just not quite sure. Might be retesting this box. I've given it a lot of room on the stop loss there. All right. Hey, oh, CAD, Frank, GBPUSD. We nearly had all blue. All blue. That's nice. Still got a chance. Still got a chance. All right, what's Naz doing? Naz has bounced again, hasn't it? Look at that. All right. Where's my lot sizing? I want to know how much to risk on this. Get my loss here. And let's risk it for the biscuit. 29 lots to risk 1%. That is a lot of lots. Do I really want to risk $1,850 on this random? Maybe. I do not. Let's just do what we've done for the rest of them. Let's round it. I see now. Again, scalping territory. You should be trading those bounces, right? From that bottom to that peak, exit. From that peak to that bottom, exit. Now we're back near that. I waited too long for the entry, and now we're back near the top. That's ridiculous. Can't enter there. That's stupid. That makes that stop way too big. I mean, the risk is the risk. But I could put more lots on for the same amount of risk and give myself more profit if I wait. Possibly. Blue, blue, blue. This is a nice way to wrap up the night. Part of me just wants to go close everything, but that doesn't really help me because my equity is still in a loss, 98,800. In fact, all of that barely recoups the EURUSD loss, let alone the rest of last night's losses. I'm looking at you, silver. What a punk. 1,300 bucks on silver. Pretty much all silver. I took a big swing and a miss on silver because all the people leading the Alpha Challenge leaderboard made all their money on silver. And I thought I will get in on that. I did not get in on that. I did not. I said it was going to go up and it went down. There was no rally on silver yesterday. Silver's been doing nothing. Nothing today. Whereas the other people, I think they caught that rally and just stacked trades on it. No such luck for me. Oh, it's 11:30. Is that New York Open? Should have put the NAS one on. Look at that. Far out. This is when things are going to move. New York's opened. Now's the time. Will my life go the way I would like it to right now? That could drop. I mean, that could be a stop sweep. I can't tell on NAS. I don't know. Look at the size of that. That's a scary looking candle. That's probably going to come down for a bit and really solidly retest this line. That's just going nuts there. Wild. Wild. Wild to see. Let's check my other systems, see if any of my other EAs are giving me juicy hints. They are not right now. No juicy hints from my other EAs, which are not trading on this account. Any wild action happening on silver with New York Open or gold? No, see, it's right on this limit of yesterday. Is it going to break out from that limit and go back to the previous day high? I can't tell. For gold or silver, it's kind of the same story on both of them. If the US dollar is weakening, then people are buying gold. If the same story is true on all these other pairs, gold should go up. That is the narrative. So if that's the narrative, what does risk look like on this? We 1% is, again, that's a lot on a random punt. Let's do that. Let's go 0.1. 0.1 lots long on gold, and we'll do a trailing stop. That's like I did last night on silver, but a much smaller amount. All right. And the trailing stop amount will be 3,000 points. Where is my gold? Trailing stop, custom, 3,000 points. I better put my stop loss in place before I forget. Let's put it on the M1. Yep, that's good. So we're below that last dip with a fair bit of room. And we will see what happens with the gold. Ridiculous. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Some people say I overtrade. No, not at all. We're going to say macro USD appears weak. Everything is moving up against USD. And we're going to call this one was trailing stops and streaming. All right. That's good. Did that GBPUSD get streaming? Yes, it did. Okay. Cool. I've gone a couple layers down on that stop loss. That's a very generous stop loss on gold. Which is about 3,000. So when I get a full of that stop loss ahead, then that should carry up here into break-even territory, and we'll go from there. See whether we can ride the gold train. But anyway, I have 6 open trades, and I'm going to wrap it up there. That is just over an hour of trading. So what we do now is if I come back to here, and I only put the timer on. Was that 21 minutes ago that I put the timer on? That is incredible. So if it was an hour and 10 that I started the stream, that would have been 10:25. So let's stop this, and here we can adjust the start time of the session. And we're going to go alpha 100K challenge day 2, stream day 2. All right, and then we can end the session. And this is where, when trades close, we'll be able to see how we did in any given session. Now, there's a patch that I've got to push out, which is going to fix these cards that are playing up on me. I haven't pushed that patch yet. That will be going out tomorrow. But you can see for the session all the tags that we used. So when we talk about the tags, we can come into our tag specific dashboard. Now we can see streaming is in red. Streaming has lost money so far. If we were winning money, streaming would go green. Hopefully tomorrow, streaming will be green. We can also, group the things by win percentage, by P&L, by frequency. Everything's pretty much been streaming. The one thing that I didn't stream, I lost with the dollar test one, which is why streaming is green, because relative, the win percentage for streaming is good. No TP. I've got to put that on the gold trade too. That was the other tag I put on last night. And the P&L, we can sort by P&L, and that changes the size of the word. So tags are pretty sweet. We also have our strategies, where we can see against all our different strategies and filter down by those, or the overall dashboard that shows our equity curve, shows our performance by day. It shows our performance by strategy, by session. We can see our symbols and where we've had the most luck on different symbols. The tags are on here as well. More on the individual strategy metrics, so we can compare the different strategies on a chart as well. So lots of different analytics and lots of ways to break up and review and analyze your trades here on Trade Reporter. Was I filtering by the dates? No, I still haven't pushed that patch for the sessions. That's what's happening. I need to push the date fix. It's a new product. It, as you can see, is doing a lot, and it's doing a lot very well. There's always going to be a few little gremlins, and we are iterating and fixing those and adding new features and widgets and reporting tools and bug fixes every day. So that's why we have the feedback tab here as well, because if we've missed something or there's a bug or a feature, that will come straight through to us and we can get on that straight away and get it rectified for you. So if you haven't tried Chart Reporter yet, then come to chartreporter.com, where you can see all the details about it. There's an always free tier, which gives you 3 days of history. If you just want that immediate on the same day logging, just for your own mental capacities, and you want to report per session, you could potentially live on the free one today. But if you want to see your longer term trends, then you probably want one of the other packages, which you get a 7-day free trial actually at the sovereign level, not pro. We've decided at the moment that the free trial gives you sovereign capabilities, which includes the MCP. So you can plug your Claude code or your Codex into it and interrogate your trades that way. So you can come to here and hit the get started. I'm already logged in, so it just jumps me straight in. But that will take you to the sign up form where you can self sign up. No credit card required for sign up. Only required when you choose to upgrade to one of the paid editions. So that's Chart Reporter. That's what it is. You've seen it now. You've seen it in action. You've seen me live trading. We still have 6 live trades. And they're not all blue anymore. They're bouncing around a little bit. I'm a little bit worried about the gold one. What was I thinking? I was thinking I would give it a red hot go. So anyway, that's what we're thinking. We're going to leave that now. Are you giving it a red hot go? I hope you enjoyed 2 nights Chart Reporter live stream, live trading, trying to see if I can do anything with this Alpha 100K competition account. Manual trading's not my jams as far as being a regularly profitable trader. I didn't put the disclaimer at the front. I should put it at the end. This is not financial advice. This is entertainment and education on the Chart Reporter platform. So with that in mind, be careful. Don't risk money you can't afford to lose. And I hope all your trades may be positive. I'm trying to work out, because you don't want it to, if it's a sell trade, you want to be negative. Anyway, may all your trades be the way you wish them to be. And we will see you all next time when we come back for another chart report live stream. Follow us on socials, tell your friends, sign up, give it a go, and enjoy your trading. Thank you.